We're back for episode number 2. Look, I even have notes, so I feel like I'm a semi-pro floss tuber. I'm adding it to the resume, just like on the side note, special skills, semi-pro floss tuber. Yeah, it's done. So let's see, so I don't get off track. And so I jump right into how it all works so we don't turn into a 50-hour long Flosstube video. I wanted to first say OMG. Holy moly, the amount of support. I mean, I knew the Stitchy Flosstube cross stitch community was like amazing and super supportive. But I didn't expect it to be this tremendously supportive. So thank you for everyone who has viewed, who's subscribed, who's followed me on Instagram, who's shouted me out. That's super, super sweet. Specifically, so I had talked about her in the last video, but oh my gosh, Rika House of Stitch and Stash, she's doing her Vlogmas, which how fun to do a Vlogmas, right? Like, yes, we do floss tubes and we talk about cross stitch, but then once we get to know once we get to know our floss tubers and our cross stitch community, I think it's super cool to get kind of like an inside scoop on how they go about their days. I have tinkered with the idea for the future because I have so much stuff I can talk about right now, but like for the future, since I live here, I don't know if that's something that would be of interest to do, like little snippets of my day, maybe even like a snippet a day or a snippet of my day like at the end of my Flosstube video. So if you're interested in it, you can continue watching it, but if you're not interested in it, you just X out when it's done. So I don't know, let me know below. I was stitching on my Santa, which I will show you. I was stitching on my Santa and I was watching Abby Topknot from Top Knot Stitcher. Yes. And I'm watching it on my TV because like I was not streaming it, but the app or whatever on YouTube. And I'm like all the way through and she's such a cutie pie and I love her and I would love to meet her in person because I think that our personalities would like click really well. But anyway, so she's talking, and then at the very end, she talks about a quick shout out, and I'm like, okay. And then she says my name. And like my heart, you know how like when, okay, you guys, this is super cheese. But you know when you're like, you either are caught or in trouble or your mom tells you like, I know what you did, or your spouse or husband, boyfriend is like, have you, and then your heart just kind of sinks. Yeah, that's kind of what happened when I heard my name on that video because I had no idea that that was gonna happen. And after it happened, I think I took a selfie on Instagram and was like, what is life right now? What is life? So thank you, Abby. Super, super sweet. I love your stuff too. So happy you enjoyed my video, my first video, and hopefully you enjoy the videos to come. And then my last little mini shout out. So I have a best friend. I'll talk about her, probably like my sister, which correction, she is not an enchanted mermaid stitcher. I said that incorrectly. She has the Mermaid of Atlantis. So she is the Mermaid of Atlantis sister. I have not done the Enchanted Mermaid. I have the chart, but I have not even started it. It's in my stash. The Mermaid of Atlantis is my sister and the project that I had completed and the one on my Instagram. So anyway, my best friend, basically sister, Brenda, she is also a speech pathologist. And that's where we met through college, yada, yada, yada. So when we went to Orlando and I was explaining to her, look, I'm gonna meet up with a cyber friend, don't think I'm weird, but she's never judged me. She was like, oh my gosh, that's super cool. And she was like, you know, I watch a lot of makeup vloggers and stuff. And she's like, I've always dabbled in it. And then I explained to her the Flosstube thing, and she was like, do it. So she was actually one of the first people that I sent my video to, because my biggest fear was that I was going to put on a show or lose the essence of who I am. And turns out that no, she was like, oh my gosh, she was like being at your house and watching you. And then my Mermaid of Atlantis sister, who I also sent the video to and was like, hey, check this out. Like, I don't care if it's boring or whatever. I just don't want to lose the essence of me. Like, I don't want to look like not me. I want me out there. And so, where was I going with this train of thought? Airplane. Nope, completely lost the train of thought. There's actually like a 5-second pause that I cut out. Basically, thank you to Brenda. Thank you to my sister. I won't say her name, but her name is Mermaid of Atlantis now. Thank you because you guys helped me and gave me some really good feedback, and basically here I am for round 2. So yeah, let's see. Let's start with current whips, right? What is the status of what I'm working on? So just recap, I'm working on Santa's Magic by Mirabilia. I'm feeling better about the piece. I'm feeling better about the fabric choice. I'm feeling better. So let me move my little dragon over here, who's been such a cutie pie and helping me. This is where I am right now. Santa has a beard. I beat as I go. I found out I guess that's kind of risky. I'm not sure why, so let me know why beating as you go is risky. Let me see if I can get closer. Lots of Krynic in there. So yeah, that is my current progress on my Santa's Magic. And then, oh, another correction. When I was rewatching my videos, like, oh yeah, don't worry about the holes because I'm just gonna put number 8 braid back in. No, I'm not putting number 8 braid back in. I'm not doing that. That would be the worst idea ever. The correct number 4 is going in. All of these random noises that happen as I'm recording. That is my water pump for my refrigerator. That, if you're interested, I will show you how that works, because it's the system that pumps water, but from like a big jug into my refrigerator. I'm telling you guys, my life has changed quite a bit from the US to the island. So yeah, that's actually all I've been working on this week, is Santa's Magic. And I think I had posted an update or like a progress pic on it on Instagram, and someone had reached out, don't remember who it was, but asking or just commenting about the whisper thread. So I thought I'd do a little bit on the whisper thread. So if you're not familiar with whisper thread, it's this like super fuzzy, I don't even know if you're getting the fuzziness of it because it's white, but so super fuzzy thread that you kind of unwind. There you go, that's better. That you unwind and you try to thread. So some quick tips that I've kind of learned is when I'm unwinding it, I try to find a spot that doesn't have as much of the fuzzies coming off, and I'll snip it there and then just kind of like brush it out and then thread my needle. And in threading my needle, I work with it as if it were just like a delicate little baby. I just like wiggle the thread and bring out the thread. Wiggle the thread and bring out the thread. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, and then when I'm poking holes, when I am stitching, because that's what we do, we don't poke holes, we stab things, but when we go through, I also just kind of like wiggle and make sure that everything is looking okay, and I do it really delicately so that it lays not flat, because you want that texture. Focus. You want that texture, but working in short strands helps. So yeah, I don't know, those are kind of like my quick tips with whisper thread. At the end, it says in the pattern and the instructions that we have to take a brush and just kind of like brush it out so it gets like that nice fuzzy effect. And I already know that I'm going to attempt to brush out my whisper thread using a eyelash brush or eyebrow brush. Yeah, doing one of those, just the clean spoolies that you could get at the samples, like over at Ulta or Sephora. I just go in and grab one, and once I'm finished, if I'm ever finished with that, then I will let you guys know how that works. Yeah. So Santa's magic. Okay, next thing. The latest San Antonio haul, which is kind of like a half haul. The reason it's a half haul is because I had gone with a carry-on suitcase. Typically I take a big checked bag, but since I had gone to Orlando and then from Orlando to San Antonio, I took just a carry-on. So I left, not all, I mean I brought tons of stuff, but I left some of the stuff that I knew that I was not going to even touch in San Antonio. And now when I go for Christmas, I'll take the big suitcase and put everything in there and bring it back. Oh, excuse me. Reason being, I told my mom yesterday, so I guess I could put this out there, is that January, February, and March, I am staying on the island. I am staying on the island. I'm done traveling for a little bit, hopefully. I mean, unless something comes up and I have to go, but I'd like to stay on the island. So that means 3 months of not going back home, not getting my things. And it works kind of perfectly because for the new year, I'm trying to really stick to Stitch from Stash. I have stashed a lot this year. And I know that it's because of the mentality that I am here and I can't get things as easily as other stitchers may be able to. So if I see something and I even feel like it's something that I'm gonna do, then I have purchased it and I've put it in my stash. Same with linen, which you're gonna see like this stash of linen. And I know for the future I'll do like a Mirabilia train, and you'll get to see like what I have stashed and what I plan on stitching. But yeah, so Stitch from Stash. I don't know if anyone wants to join in or do like an event or something, but I spent a lot of money on cross stitch patterns and linens and everything. So I really want to tighten that up for next year because one, well, this is the wrong crowd to say it, but like how much stuff can you stash? I know you can stash quite a bit, but how much realistically stitchable things? So I'm gonna try my best to stitch from stash this year, and at the same time kind of make like a, I know I'm gonna stitch versus probably not gonna stitch piles, and then see what I do with the probably not gonna stitch piles. I don't know, so that's something that I'd love to hear you guys do. Like, do you have a system to your madness? I mean, I have a system to my madness, but it needs to change. So yeah, so let's go into my essay haul. So essay haul is what I'll call it. A lot of linen, lots of linen. And I don't even know if pulling each piece is a good idea, but I guess so. Yeah, we'll just pull it out so you guys can see it. So my first piece is all of this except a couple are from Picture This Plus. This is Spice. They just recently had, it was like a fat quarter sale, and so I hit it up. So this is 32 count linen, which pretty color. I think it's a good color for lots of things. I like to stitch on neutrals. So here's another neutral. Did I say the name? That one was Spice. This one is Tycho. Tycho. Ah, this one's pretty. And oh, I haven't taken anything out to look at it. So we're looking at it together. Also a neutral, but it's kind of like a eggshell white. I don't know if it's picking up that color. Super cute. Definitely a good addition to the linen stash. Then we have Moonglow. So this is not as neutral. This is definitely I think this will be a fun summery, maybe some summer pattern. Moonglow. All of those are 32. 32, 32, 32. Then we have, oh, the tag fell. 40 count, Gothic. Oh, that's pretty. I actually just saw it on the camera. That is super cool. Don't know what in the world I will stitch on it, but I think that goes for a lot of these. I have no idea. I bought all of these, like I said, so that I can stitch from stash. I did not want to, I hate when I have like something that I want to start and then I don't have the linen, and then you know how long it takes to get it. It's just, ugh. Unless you go to an LNS. 32 count Zephyr. Zephyr. Ah, it's pretty too. Like a sky blue. Super pretty. And then I'm just gonna like, okay, so then they had, over the summer? Yeah, I think it was over the summer that they had, oh no, that's not. But over the summer they had the, it was a sale. Was it a 4th of July sale maybe? So with their sales, it takes them forever, understandably, because they probably get a ton of stuff ordered. So it came in October, and I went to San Antonio in October. So this was when, I think I had said in my last video about stitching on lugana. So someone had said about Mirage and lugana that that is like their preferred type of fabric to stitch on. And I did it for the first time with Xenia, which is the witch. And I didn't know if I really enjoyed it as much as I do my 32 count linen. So, but during that sale is when I loaded up on lugana. And actually, I am stitching this one, Santa's Magic, on lugana as well. But this one isn't as tight. So I don't know if it has to do with like a dye lot and shrinkage. So this one I don't feel as angry about as the Xenia one. So all of this is in lugana, 32 count lugana. But we have Calypso, Monet, Arbor. This one's not showing up. It's more pink. It's like a pink marbly effect. Then we have Chalice, Carnival, Chime, Valor, another Zephyr, looks like Mirage, And Tango. This is the one that, that's the one that I wanted to switch over to. And now that I look at it again, no, I'm not looking at it anymore. I just covered it. I am happy with my choice thus far. It's gonna be okay. Santa's magic is going to be okay. So yeah, there's those. And then I do the subscriptions to, what is it, Fabric of the Month. So I have 3 subscriptions to Fabric of the Month, again, because I wanted to stash. I do not recommend doing as many as I did because you get a lot of fabric. I mean, it's 3 pieces a month. So this one's Color and Cotton, which I've been very, very happy with Color and Cotton. This one's called Fern. And the problem is I don't know if this, what month this is. I'm not gonna take it out because their packaging is so cute. So I'll only take it out if I have to. But that's Fern. So yeah, I have no idea what month this is because when I go home, I just, in the guest room, or what they call now my room, is just a bunch of different packages piled on top of each other, and then I just go through as if it were Christmas and unpack everything and open everything up. The other, oh, I guess I'll do the other Color and Cotton right away. This one, I like this one a lot. It's a very neutral, natural, well, it's called Raw Muslin. See, that's super pretty too. Super pretty. So many things that you can do with that. So that's why, again, it goes into my stash. And if I want to start something and I need something neutral, I have it. I don't have to go hunting for the perfect fabric. Well, I have to go hunting, but at least I'm hunting at home and not hunting online and then unable to get it. The next company that I've been ordering from, but I have not stitched on yet. Oh, this one, so Fiberlicious. Fiberlicious does, oh, they did it on this one, not on this one, no. They also do a Fabric of the Month, and I think I started it up in the summer. So this one, they put like a little sticker on it, and it's for 11, so November. This is November's fabric, which is called November Rain. Okay, I've never taken their stuff out. It is 32 count linen. It's super pretty, but I guess the linen base must be different because it is kind of stiff. So, and I am not pro enough to know the difference between like the linen bases, but this definitely does not feel like some of the others that I get. But super pretty colored. That will be a fun, like spooky Halloween. I love Halloween and Halloween stitching. So that's a fun little fabric to have for the Halloween stash. And then this one is called the Dance of Autumn, but it doesn't have a sticker to say what month. I'm gonna guess it's September. No, October? September, October. If that one was November, this one's either September or October, but I'm gonna guess October. Oh, but this one, see, this one, maybe it was the dye of the other one, because this one actually has a lot of movement to it. I can't see through it as much as the other one. I wonder either the dye did it or maybe they switched the type of linen. I'm not sure. And then the last company or person that I do the Fabric of the Month is from Under the Sea Fabrics, Leslie, who's actually in San Antonio. So I've helped her out one time, but I plan on helping her out in the future. And I don't have any of her stuff right now, but I know that she just put out that she's mailing out her December one, which is like a super pretty blue, kind of like, well, I don't know. In the picture, it looks not like this, but similar to this blue. So yeah, that is that. My essay haul chart. So that was my linen. Sorry if that was super boring. Sometimes linen is boring to watch on Flosstube, but that's what my haul is, mostly. The other kind of things that I got were my Bitsy Bob Harry Potter. So I am a huge Harry Potter fan. I am a Ravenclaw, per the Sorting Hat. So this was a super, super cute Hogwarts pattern Bitsy Bob. I guess a lot of people have Bitsy Bobs and have shown their Bitsy Bobs, but if you haven't, and you want to see what they look like, oh, it's upside down. So you have your little pocket for things. I put it for all my bobbinated flosses. Then you have like a little magnet sewn in for your scissors. And then you have these super cute felt plane, not a felt plane, but plane. You have this super cute felt where it grabs like your loose threads. So these are like blended. Yeah, blended. So I'm not gonna rebobinate because they don't have a place for them. So yeah, super, super cute. It's my second Bitsy Bob, and I'm really happy with them. They're really well made, and they're super cute, which is bad because, not bad because they're super cute, bad because I want to buy them all. I want all of my projects to have a Bitsy Bob. And these are some of the charts that came in my latest haul. So this is Buttons, Mill Hill Buttons Beads Winter Series Christmas Village. I have never done one of these, and this one is Village Inn. Super cute. I've never done perforated paper. I don't know how I feel about it. I probably will not do the perforated paper and choose linen instead. So that's where these like little linen fabric pieces will come into play. So there it is again. How cute is that? The little snowman. And like every other person in the world, I don't know when I'm gonna start that. But not anytime soon. Just something cute and small. Well, maybe for my current trip. Because I don't like to take, like, I would not take this. I don't think. I say that and now I'm like, well, why not? Maybe I will take it. Okay, some other stuff. Let's do these. These are fun. Some out of prints. So, Garden Verses. This is a cool story on Instagram months ago, because remember that I pick up all my stuff way after. This is Garden Verses. So someone had posted that they had gone to an LNS and that they had found these two. And she was selling them for 20, 25 bucks. And I was like, worth it, because these I've seen go up really, really high on eBay and on DStash and all that. So I thought that $20 to $25, I don't remember if it was 20 or 25, but it was about there. I thought that was a really good deal. And definitely on my will be stitched. This one's Christmas Elegance, also Mirabilia out of print. Super cute. She's just so elegant. Like, just look at her. So elegant. So, Christmas Elegance, just so elegant. So those are two that are going on my will be eventually stitched, not my I don't plan on stitching, because you'll see that I've collected a lot of things that I thought I may like, but then your taste changes. So I looked at it again and was like, I don't think so. I can't wait until I get my camera because people won't call and interrupt, but luckily I think the last video saved. So we'll just hop right back in. I was showing the patterns for my latest haul. So this one, I think I got online as well. If I didn't get it online, then I got it at an LNS not in San Antonio, not mine. So my LNS is Stitches from the Heart. I am faithful and loyal to them. But so my sister's getting married up north. I think it's north. My directions are so bad. Well, anyway, she's in a small town called Comfort, Texas. There is an LNS. Fun fact, she's also getting married there. But an LNS called the Tinsmith's wife. Yes, I think so. I think it's the Tinsmith's wife. Who actually Leslie from Under the Sea Fabrics was like, hey, you need to go and check it out. They have like a lot of stuff. So now I make a stop just to see what they have. So I had either picked this up there or I'd ordered it online, but I try really, really hard to support LNSs. So I want to say that I picked this up from them. I don't think that I picked this up from. So this is Feliz Navidad by Blackbird Designs. So as you guys know, I am bilingual. My family's from Chile. So I thought that this was a cute sampler just for me, you know. Pretty colors, pretty fabric. Yeah. I don't even know what, oh, and it says number 2 in the Christmas sampler series. So there's a series to this. I don't think these are out of print. And floss looks like it is a lot of Weeks Dye. WDW Weeks Dye Works, yeah. So, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about fancy flosses quite yet. Like, I think the variegated ones are very necessary because you have, not very necessary, that's a bad term, but I feel that variegated flosses give that effect that you can't get with just like a normal DMC. I know that DMC has variegated flosses, but if the designer specifically picked this variegation to give a certain effect, I feel that, and this is my opinion, I feel that I need to stick with it. Now, when I am pulling the flosses and I see that there's just a navy blue and there's no variegation to it, I'm not going to spend the extra money. I'll just substitute it for a DMC because essentially you're going to get a similar effect with DMC because there is no variegation. Does that make sense? That makes sense. Yes, that makes sense. Okay, last two. Yes, last two. So I'll do this one first. Well, I guess a little backstory. The fairies, the Mirabilia fairy kits. Mirabilia fairy kits. I have issues sometimes talking. It's super ironic because I'm a speech pathologist. I've said that before, but what the heck? Like, I get verbal diarrhea, tongue twisted. I don't know. Something's wrong with my mouth. Send me to a professional. So the fairies. It started with, I was looking for the Halloween fairy, but I couldn't find it anywhere. They're not out of print. They just are hard to find. So on 123 Stitch, they have like a little notify me when, and so you put your email and you can tick 2 boxes. One is notify me when it's back in stock, or notify me when it goes on, when this product goes on sale or something like that. So I had sent my email for all of them, like the Halloween, Christmas, the New Year's, not all of them, the ones that I wanted, but those are the 3 that I really wanted. And nothing, I left it there just to see if at some point they would notify me, and they did. The Halloween one came about October, but I don't have it with me. It's back in the stash, in my SA home stash, so I'll show it next time when I bring all the other stuff, because I didn't think I was gonna start it. But I had brought these two beauties. This one is the Christmas Elf Fairy. So yeah, 123 Stitch notified me that it was back in stock, and so I snagged it right away because these are, or at least for me, it was really hard to find. Really hard to find. But they're not out of print. They're just like a limited, I don't know, limited edition. I guess it's because it's a kit. So that's the other thing. They do not sell the pattern like by itself. It comes in a kit. But she is so darling, and I love fairies and whimsical stuff. In fact, I wanted to do like a super whimsical fairy wedding, like in the woods and elope, because wedding planning is terrible. And if I could do it over again, no, I loved my wedding. But the stress and the planning and stuff, I would never do that again. So if that were to have been erased, or if I could go back, I would definitely have done the elopement, cutesy, whimsical wedding. So then the other fairy that I got, same thing, the Miss New Year's Fairy, which this one I will start in January. Because, I don't know, she gives me 1920s vibes. And it's 2020, so 100 years since the Roaring 20s. I mean, she is so cute. So I think that this would be a really iconic piece for the 20s. We're going into the 20s, guys. Like, that's insane. So same thing. They alerted me. I purchased it about the same time as the Christmas Elf Fairy. The Halloween one I did before. Okay. 2020 goals. My stitching goals. 2020 stitching goals. So I do want to continue Santa's Magic because I want him to be at a good place that I can possibly finish him for next Christmas. This is a great angle of him, not me. So yeah, he's still on my list for January. My new start will definitely be Miss New Year's Fairy, and she seems small, so I'm hoping she can be completed fairly quickly. We shall see. But I will not stitch her until the new year. I do not want to start her before, even though my hands are itching to start her, but I'm not until the new year. And some other I have to start projects are, do I have her card in here? Yes, I do. Athena, for Athena. In my last video, I talked about Athena. So I have the new linen, which I'm super happy with. Don't remember still what it was. Pretty sure it was Beach Walk though. It's got Beach Walk vibes from Under the Sea Fabrics. But yeah, so she is going to get started. I'm super excited about that. Because, well, restarted because I had started her and then that didn't work. So she's getting started for 2020. My goal is to get her done for my sister's birthday in October. These are all goals. And then this is a me project. So my me project is Fairy Idyll. Remember, I didn't even mean for that to happen, but I love whimsical fairies. Whimsical, quirky, weird. I just love it. And she, I can't get over her. So she is an out of print by Mirabilia. I got her not ridiculously expensive, maybe like $30, $35 for from either a D-Stash or eBay. I think it was eBay. So sometimes eBay, you can find some things that are just kind of like hanging out there, not ridiculous $350 out of print. Like, people buy that? Oh, man. Anyway, if you're that person, go you. I wish I had all the money in the world to do that, but I don't. So I love her. I just feel so identified. I love her, I love her, I love her. But I had a dilemma where I was gonna start her this year, but I just didn't. This is Beach Walk. The fabric for Athena is a mystery. It's not Beach Walk, because this is Beach Walk. So I have 2 possibilities for Fairy Idyll. One is Beach Walk, which gives you kind of like peachy vibes with little touches of blue. But the more I think about it, I don't think this is the one. So don't even comment that you like this one, because I don't think it's the one for her. I'm actually gonna pull it out of her little kitted bag. This linen's going out into my linen stash. Oh, I should have put the bag. I am going to do her on Color and Cotton Lamb's Ear. It's like a pale gray. And I think the pale gray is gonna make her colors pop much more. And I already know that I want to put her in a white frame. I like white, crisp colors. So yeah, she is definitely my start. I just can't get over her. She's mine. She's all mine. So yeah, those are like my New Year goals. Of course, that could change, but those are my goals. And then, so Katie from Katie's, I think Katie, I'm not gonna pronounce her last name, but Katie from Katie's Stitching, she, on her Flosstube, and she's kind of talked about it, she's doing a stitch along with this Gold Dimensions. My poor kit is like so old. Gold Dimensions houses. I got these, guys. Dang. So the copyright on this is in 2006. Yeah, that sounds about right. 06. It was with an ex-boyfriend. Yeah, we broke up. I'm having to do relationship math in my head. So I started this with an ex-boyfriend. Well, he didn't stitch this with me, but you know what I mean? Like, I remember stitching this at his house. Ooh, it's kind of, it's like tainted. I'm just kidding. And then I put it away, and let me just make up a story. We broke up, and this was just like the symbol of our relationship, so I just put it away. But you get what I'm saying. I put it away. And so when I saw that she had pulled it out to do a stitch along, I was like, I have that, and I did that, but I never finished it. So I have one. God, I don't even want to look at the stitches on this. It's not too bad. Could be better. It's not too bad. So this is what I had done and then put away. Look at the hoop. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. This hoop. So after, guys, hoops and Ada. I don't know. This is 18 count Ada, came in the kit. This is all the floss that came in the kit. Like, I even cut it and, oh dear. Well, anyway, maybe I'll pull this puppy back out and at least just finish this one. It's so close. Like everyone else, backstitching for me is hell. I hate it so much. So I backstitch as I go, because if I save it to the end, I don't even want to finish it. I'll just be miserable. And what's the point of having a hobby if you're doing something that you don't like? Is that even a hobby? No. So I want to finish this and maybe start some of the back stitch. Look at this back. Yeah, this is definitely a piece. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Look at these ends, guys. Oh, I want to go back in time and tell my old me, like, you're making it so much harder on yourself. Gosh, that's so, like, I haven't looked at this. I'm fascinated. Here, let's fascinate over it together. This is hilarious. Okay, so I don't judge backs because, as you can see, backs are backs. No one's gonna see your backside. But let me show you the back, which my backs are not the neatest things in the world. This is my back for Santa. So, focus, camera. I don't have loose end bits. They're all, well, there's that one. But it's because that was probably a start. I need to clip it. So, that is so funny. Oh my gosh, I can't get it. So yeah, hopefully, no, now that I'm looking at this, I'm definitely gonna finish this with the stitch along because this is just too good. Too good. So yeah, the pattern's from 06. I was with my boyfriend from 07 to, I don't even remember when we broke up. So this must have been started and quipped in 07. Yeah, I don't think this is 06. So 07. That is too funny. So thank you again for 1, the support. 2, being so accepting. 3, putting up with me. 4, subscribing and commenting and following me on Instagram. All of the handles are down below. I don't know if it's on this side or this side, but below. And yeah, so hopefully I'll be recording again next Thursday. We'll see. Let me know what you want to see. Yeah, I want to hear from you guys. Let me know, ask questions. Let me know if there's something particular you want to see. I'm thinking about future episodes, but I want to know what makes you guys keep watching. A Mirabilia train, because I don't have any more haul, so maybe a Mirabilia train. Let me know. So anyway, thank you so much for coming back and happy stitching!